Hi, I'm Jerry Parisi. Join Tom Mealy and Tommy Marr right here on Cablevision Channel 20 each week for an interesting episode of The Long Island View.
I am Tommy Marr,
otherwise known as the Maverick Soul,
and I am live in the Madhouse
for my show, Maverick Soul Hour.
Come and join us. It's the place to be.
Right here on Madhouse TV, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we will put you out to the entire world.
You got that right.
Finally, the time has come. You no longer have to choose between conventional medicine and alternative medicine. Today, unlike years past, your team of doctors from all disciplines are working together side by side for the benefit of you, the patient, to help you regain your health and cross the bridge.
Watch Legal Straight Talk right here on Long Island Public Access Channel 20.
Why are you playing with your toys?
I watched Madhouse TV.
Hi guys, welcome to the Filmmaker Show. Sorry we started a few minutes later than normal, but we're on track, and there are two shows tonight. Of course, I usually remind you that at the end of the episode, but this way you can sit back. So tonight, I want to just say that I had a really interesting day, and I got a chance to go on an audition for Gotham today, and it was really funny because while my manager Angela Galizio sent me the, I guess, the sides, what she believed would be quick enough, I only got a chance to open them 45 seconds before I got to audition. And luckily, it wasn't a big thing. It was more of an expressionary kind of audition. And yeah, there was 50 other guys doing the same thing as me. And just like, so the audition was like, be surprised. And you're scared. And like, track the camera. I didn't do it that way, but you get the picture. Let's wait to see what happens in that one. Otherwise, I've been really lucky this summer. I've been in a lot of movies. The Morgan Freeman movie, Amy Schumer. I was on 2 days with Woody Allen. I don't know how much you're going to see me on that. I also worked on Gotham, a few other things. So a lot of good stuff happened this summer for me. But now it's the fall, and fall things are going to be happening. Tonight we have some great guests, friends of ours that we met a while back. One of them is the next New York City police detective. And no, she's not going on Legal Straight Talk. She is on our show. But you could have seen her last night Under the Big Sky. And before we begin that, let me introduce my sidekick and partner in crime. That would be Michelle Parisi.
Oh, how are you?
Tell them all about your bar mitzvah the other day.
I haven't seen you all day because you were in the city.
I know.
You know, for the audience,
yeah,
you might want to clarify what a side is.
Oh, well, a side, for those of you who are not in the industry, is a piece of script. It's not the whole script, it's the sides. They only give you a small piece. You kind of guess the rest of it, right? That's a good point.
Basically, the piece that applies to you. So you don't have any idea about the rest of the script, just what applies to you in that one little nanosecond.
Did I mention next fall it'll be the Michelle Parisi show? Luckily, I get the small part of it at this point.
That works for me.
Well, so we have two beautiful women here tonight, and her name, both of their names, are mom and daughter team. They work on the Sky magazine, which is fast becoming one of the exciting new magazines on the market. And that would be Nyasha Mitchell, which is the daughter, and of course our good friend Anjanette Pinkston and she is the owner and the operator of and CEO, might I mention,
Yes.
of Sky Magazine. Ladies, welcome to the Filmmaker Show tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi.
It's
So-
great to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
It's wonderful to be here.
You know what's so nice about you being here? It's just that I get to talk what I'm from, the advertising world of 41 years. I can start subtracting now with the age.
He started when he was in kindergarten.
This is true.
Yes, it is true.
You want to know what?
He's always been precocious.
Well, actually, I started. You know when I started? When I was 9 years old, I was be drawing the little Raid cans with the
Wow.
Raid bugs. You know.
Oh, wow. That's
And I would. And then one day, a gentleman by the name of Bernie O'Connor, he come past my stoop in Ridgewood, and he says, "What are you doing?" I said, "Well, I want to be in advertising one day." And I held up this ad with all the Raid bugs. He goes, "That's really good." He goes, "You got to get into the High School of Art and Design." Yet one more shameless plug for my high school.
Wow.
And I did. And I was
Wow.
very proud of that. That was great. And since then, I've been a designer, an art director, senior art director, a group head, associate creative director, executive creative director, all the way up the ladder.
Wow.
And now add to that all my TV fun and experience. And you know what? You have one boring person, me. But anyway.
I don't know if boring would be the word I would use.
So, Ann Jeanette,
Yes.
time to talk to you and your daughter. And guys, I just want to mention it's an hour-long show tonight. And you'll see the first part right now. And then the second one is about fashion. And Nyasha, I do say that correct, right?
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Nyasha, Nyasha.
Naija.
Nyasha. All right, I want to just make sure I say that correctly. That's what happens when you get thrown things 30 seconds before you start. Auditions are the same way. You guys work on Sky Magazine.
Yes.
You got a couple of issues here, which we're very proud to bring to the viewing audience. And our first cover, let's go with the gentleman on the very left.
Okay.
And what is his name? And please tell me about him.
His name is Sean McDonald.
Sean McDonald. Okay,
Yes.
good.
He's one of the famous actors. I'm sure you've seen him many times out there in the movies and on television. And the most recent thing that he has done was Chocolate City as a stripper.
Chocolate City as a stripper.
Yeah, but it was a hot
Here you
movie.
go, Vicki, if you want to throw it up there. So this is Sean McDonald, everyone.
Yeah. He's known, I call
Okay,
him the Superman of many talents because
Go ahead.
not only does he act, he sings, he raps, he, DJs. He does a whole lot of things. He's a CEO of a new type of company that he has started with his manager.
How did you find him?
Through another friend who's also part of the magazine. She lives in California,
Yes.
and her name is Latrice Cantrell.
And you know, it's very interesting to note that this magazine is actually on the coast, West Coast,
Yes.
and it's also here in New York.
Yes.
And I suspect coming very shortly to Long Island.
Yeah, of course.
You'll see
Yes,
why.
you-
That's great.
What makes you decide to put somebody on the cover of your magazine? What qualities does that person have to be on the cover?
Well, basically aspiring artists, and even if when they're a star, whether they've been a star back then in the days or they're a star today, we want to find out what they're doing now. I mean, if they were back in the days, what are you doing now? And if they're a star of today's time, like right now, we want to find out how did you get to where you want to be. So Sky Magazine, to plug it in, is a magazine about famous people and entrepreneurs. The famous
Is Sky an acronym for something or no?
Sky, S-K-I-I, is the name of it. And the reason I chose that name and I added a tag to it because there's no limits to reaching the top.
Ah.
That's my, yes.
Yes.
Very good. Here's another cover, and who's on this cover, please?
Ashton Burrell,
Ashton, and I see the Staten Island Ferry behind him.
yes.
Great New York shot. How does that work in California to have the Staten Island Ferry in the background?
It works just as well. And he's from Jersey, so.
He's a Jersey
yeah,
guy.
He's a Jersey guy.
good-looking guy, too.
Yeah.
Ashton Bell. Beautiful. And what does Ashton do? He says he is an inspiration to our youths.
Yes, basically, he's an aspiring entrepreneur. He's an entrepreneur. You see, entrepreneurs get to be on the cover of a magazine, too, because he's about things. He basically deals with a lot of the youth and communities. He hosts, like, different events for them. He goes to their little basketball games, and he helped them, like, basically do little things like Boy Scout, Girl Scout, things like that. He goes around to different things and basically try to help youths of today.
That's
So
interesting.
Trouble youths
it's
too.
For the person who might read your magazine, it sounds like it can be inspiring to them
Yes.
to get to where they want to go.
Yes.
And give them some ideas, maybe, of how to get ahead in the entertainment industry or to become an entrepreneur. And the
Yes.
kinds of things that they did to become an entrepreneur. Is that in there?
Yes. Everything about these two people are in that magazine. And let me just piggyback on what you just said, because the magazine, as I stated, is about famous people and entrepreneurs. The famous people, we want to know, what roads did you take to become famous?
That's an
Okay?
interesting aspect.
Yeah.
There
because
really isn't any one road.
Exactly. Exactly. And the entrepreneur, we want to know, what roads are you taking towards your endeavors to becoming famous?
What
Wow.
made you decide to do a magazine?
Well, in 2009, that's what got me inspired about it. While working for NYPD as a detective in 2009, I was working inside one day and I was sitting behind a desk. And there was like a stack of magazines on top of the desk where I was sitting. And somehow I knocked it over. They all fell on the floor. And I looked on the magazines and not one entrepreneur was on the cover of any of those magazines that I saw. I won't name names, but not one entrepreneur. So basically I was like, you know what? I could start something like that. I want to bring out the entrepreneurs like myself, my daughter, you
Without a
know.
doubt.
I want to bring out the entrepreneurs so people will know who they are too. You know, they are someone, they're not famous right now, but they are taking roads to become famous. And I wanted the stars who I put in the magazine also, I want them to tell us, how did you go down that road to become famous? What did you do? You know, and basically they told us what they did. They had auditions. It wasn't easy. A lot of them.
Never is.
Yeah,
Nothing's
it wasn't
ever
easy. And each person that I interviewed, that story was never easy for them. It always had stumbling blocks, or, you know, a road that possibly closed because they were going down that road and it closed on them. But they went around the road and chose another path. And
So maybe the commonality is don't give up?
exactly,
Yeah.
Right.
because that wrong road that you take might be the right road to your success.
And that's actually very true. From the production standpoint, I got two different size magazines here. Why the two different sizes? Are you still testing to see what's better? Let me just get that
No,
up for you.
actually not. That first one was the first magazine, one of the first magazines that I've started, and they were a little bit bigger and so forth. And as you can see, the difference in the front cover, There's No Limits to Reaching the Top, is like a curve.
I see it.
Yeah,
Which is the later magazine then?
that one right there, Sean McDonald. Yeah.
Sean. So now, actually, I like that size a lot better.
Yes.
It's a little
yes.
more convenient to carry around.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And that's why I chose that size, because it's more convenient. You can carry it around, and it's not as heavy as that one
Right.
with Ashton Barrow.
Nice, nice. And it's a nice paper stock, too.
Yes.
So
thank
what
you.
else is in your magazine, aside from the cover person who is an entrepreneur or an actor? What else is there?
I have other entrepreneurs in there, and I also have fashion in there. That's when my daughter, Naisha Mitchell, comes into. Basically, she deals with all the fashion lines and everything, and any and everything that pertains to fashion. And not only that, she's also a writer and an editor.
Nice.
She edits
Yes.
stuff.
And how did you get into writing and editing?
Just seeing my mom take charge of her own magazine and do things by herself, and see her constantly like up to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
Somehow
Still,
that goes around. I don't know
Still.
why.
Yeah.
Yes, and then I mean, she still does it, but at least like I'm here to see her still like typing and typing and typing. It bothered me to not see her have like a team at that moment.
That's
You know,
nice.
so I asked her, I said, I'll do the writing for you if you want me to do the writing for you. You need me to do anything for you, I'm here for you,
Lots of
So-
people want to help, but they don't have the skill. It's not everybody
Yeah.
can step in and write. So where
Yeah.
did you get that skill
Well, I've always been in work environments where I'm an administrative assistant, or my typing skills started from there, and doing everything with my hands. Like I flow with a lot of stuff. So
Nice.
anything that I could flow with, I pick up and I learn easily. And I just picked up what she wanted me to do. And if it was a mistake, you know, she'll tell me and then I correct it. And the next time she see the next work that I do, she's like, okay, yeah, I like that. You know, I like that. It's much better.
Well, that's
you
the
know?
way you learn. There
So,
is no
yeah.
perfect. You don't start fresh.
Yeah,
Nobody
exactly.
does. It's a building process. Everything
Exactly.
is. And the whole entrepreneurial world is a
Yeah.
building process.
Yeah.
Yes.
These things just don't happen overnight. And if they did, then it's like a flash in a pan. It goes away. And
Yeah.
it goes just as fast.
Yes.
Right.
So you got to build that incredible baseline. You know, Tom Mealy always talks about how Madhouse started in the basement of one of his homes. And he built on it, and while I never really asked Vicki or Tom, and then later Tommy Marr and Janine when they came aboard, how many trials and tribulations they had, there was probably a lot of trial and error. Nobody just walks around with a studio this big and this beautiful and gets such a... And did you know I got a beautiful compliment about this today?
Yep.
One of my really good friends, Paul Prince, had invited us, you and I, to
Yes.
the big ball, Stephanie Ovadia's ball. She's coming here hopefully next week. And that's the Halloween ball we were at last week.
Wow.
So,
Last year.
yeah, last year, sorry.
Last year.
And what happened was he happened to ask me, he says, how's Madhouse doing? I said, very well. He says, you know, I'm getting the word that they're one of the top stations now at this point doing what we do.
Wow.
And we didn't go into any great detail. I thanked him. But I know that this is a station that works.
Yeah.
And that's what makes it where it goes today. 35 shows, maybe more at this point. The radio's in full swing. They're doing something right.
That's
Awesome.
good.
But like all of us, there were a trial and error.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's why
Yeah.
the studio continually changes. We
Yes.
have new sets here. That one's becoming a new set. That one's being redone.
Wow.
So,
Nice.
you know, and they continue to recycle it. So, yes,
Yeah.
same as your magazine, the trial, the error,
Yes.
Yes.
comping, you know.
Yes.
Yes.
I have a question. When are we going to be on these magazines? I mean, we were on covers of a lot of other things before. You know, I have to
Well-
always ask these questions.
He's always trying to get a plug.
That's-
You know? And that's how he got me, because I have a surprise for the both of you right now.
oh, no,
Yeah,
wait
guys.
a minute.
What kind of
What
surprise?
kind of surprise?
Oh, gosh.
Jerry loves surprises,
I know.
but I think I love surprises
It's a great
even more.
surprise, though.
It's a wonderful surprise.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It's 2 bags of money?
Hey,
Small, because I can't
small
carry the
bags,
big ones.
small
yeah.
bags.
Hey, the big ones are too
I'm
heavy.
sure with the 2 surprises that we have for you guys, we're gonna make hundreds and thousands on this. Okay, but
I'm afraid to ask what kind of surprise you have. I'm on a diet, so it can't be a Kit Kat bar, right?
no. But
It's diet water.
All right, are you going to give us like hints and things?
okay,
or what?
okay. The last time we spoke, the last time I was on your television show, I remember you asking to be on one of the covers of the magazine, and you guys came out many times to the restaurant,
We love the
Flavors
restaurant.
located in Staten Island, 1221 Bay Street.
Yeah, wait, before Channel 20 figures that's a commercial. It's not.
It's
She's
not.
giving the address.
But yeah, I came out to the restaurant and we served you good food, and we just started
I
taking
liked
pictures.
that. It was a good day.
Yeah.
I remember we took pictures. It was
And we
fun.
just
Yeah, it was
started
really
taking
fun.
pictures, like, you know,
I
whatever.
remember.
But let me bring out the surprise so you guys can see. You guys going to be on the December's issue
What?
of Sky Magazine. Not just one cover, but 2. You're going to have 2 separate magazines.
Whoa,
One
baby.
with
I'm
you guys.
joking. I'm playing with you.
No, but really, one with you guys, and then the other one with Scrooge, Christmas Scrooge.
We always do Scrooge. We're ready to go for...
Wow.
Oh, no. Here, let
Oh
me
my
show this to the
gosh.
camera. Oh, okay. So these are comps,
How did
I
you?
guess.
How did you do?
But
How did you do this?
So in other words, the sky has to be put in and all the other things.
all that, yes.
All right, so guess what? The surprise and joke's on you and I, Michelle.
Yes,
Wow.
it is.
Here, Vic, check this out. You want to get closer? See if we can. There we go. So this is, I hate looking backwards at the monitors. So in my hand is Scrooge.
Yes.
That's Michelle and I, and we were just showing you the outfits that day.
I know.
You're sneaky.
And I took some great pictures, and I
you
decided
did,
to
and
use
the
it.
photographer, and this one here is Michelle and I on Sky. So I guess how does this work? 2 covers.
Well, that's your original cover for December's month, right there.
All right.
Okay?
That's very nice.
And the Scrooge one is going to be a smaller magazine, a smaller issue, and it's going to pertain to the Christmas show.
Christmas.
oh,
Wow.
So you're
that's
going to have
really
you're gonna be featured
nice.
in it.
Wow.
Other people could be featured in it also. But that's your Christmas issues.
That's a beautiful surprise.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Can I see it?
You can.
Oh my goodness.
It only comes so that they're going to change the
Yes,
lighting.
everything is going to be just like
and then
that one.
the sky has to show a
Yes.
sky. That's wonderful, and that is a beautiful surprise.
Well, I'm happy. You guys
You know,
are happy.
it's so funny because we're working right now on buses. We're going to be on buses here in Suffolk.
It's incredible. Thank you.
And this year I was
welcome.
lucky enough to be inside newspapers. I was also on bus shelters. And we didn't get the magazine cover yet, so I guess we now got magazine
Now you
covers.
have magazine covers. Yay.
Yay.
Thank you. But that we have to really applaud you guys because
thank
you
you.
put us there. That was a beautiful surprise. Hey, got a Channel 34. You are on our sister station in New York City.
Yes, I am.
And we can't tell the news yet about us, but it's coming. So tell us about your show.
Well, my show, the Sky Magazine, but my show is called Sky TV.
Wow.
Sky TV.
SKII-TV, yes.
That's interesting. And there's no limit to that show, I guess.
There's no limit to
Sky
reaching
is
the
the
top
limit.
either. Yes.
Wow, quick, Michelle, call Angela. Let's get booked on that show. Hey, Ange, you hear that?
Yeah. Basically, my show talks about famous people, entrepreneurs, and we also talk about different things that's going on in the community, the environment, and we also bring people on to entertain us, you know, and we love having guests.
Guess what?
You guys are coming to the show.
I hope so.
Oh, my gosh.
Awesome.
Great.
Awesome.
Yay.
So, Nyasha, we can't get a word in edgewise with you right now. You're just talking so much, Michelle. I can't.
I'm enjoying myself just sitting here and smiling.
You know what? Since we're talking about the magazine, the next part will be the fashion. But tell us about your involvement with the flavors.
Oh, I'm a manager there. And basically whatever input I could put, creativity, artsy, anything, being bossy or whatever. I try to just flow with everybody else. You know, there's no higher charge in anything. It's just all of us come as a team. We're like a family in there. We laugh, you know, we entertain together. We, you know, play around, we joke on one another, you know. It's a big, comfortable family environment that's in there. And anyone that comes in there feels welcome and feels, you know, a part of the family.
Well, we certainly did when we went there.
Yeah, that
you guys,
was enjoyable.
You guys just took care of us.
Yes. And
you said, we got this. Just sit down. We're bringing you
Yes.
food.
Yeah, it was like, okay, listen, how many times are you going to bring us food? But it was good. I mean, there are many flavors, many different things to choose from on the menu.
Oh.
And I remember thinking, wow, this is like, I like that because I love, the best part of a wedding, for example, for me, is to go to the when it first starts up, I can't think of the name of it.
Is it
The cocktail hour?
Thanks.
The cocktail hour, yes.
It's that old thing going on. I can't remember words anymore. but the cocktail hour. And that's what that was like. It was like flavors of every different food, like on a cocktail hour. You got to choose what you wanted.
Yeah.
Column A, column B, C, D, E, Uptown F, changed there at 59. No.
Naisha, tell them what else we added.
What'd you add?
Oh, we have our own pizza.
Oh my God, that's great.
Own pizza, everything, our dough, our sauce, everything. It's like and it tastes so good. Like one night we made I think almost 20 pies.
Get out.
And we was, you know, we're handing them out to people for
Yeah.
free. You know, just so
Wow.
they could taste the best pizza in Staten Island, you know.
Wow.
Which is flavors?
Which is
Bring any in-
flavors.
Did you bring any in that envelope? for
I
us?
wish.
sorry.
You would have saw me like
You just saw me doing the same thing.
Yes, you would have been too.
That's awesome.
yes, you know, we also do mini zeppelis and donuts and also funnel cakes. You know, so we're trying, and fried Oreos as well.
Yeah, I heard
so.
about those fried Oreos. Last night I was in the studio here, and I was listening to Under the Big Sky. How was that to be on Violet's show?
It was wonderful. I had a great time.
It's a
Yeah.
nice. She's
It's a really nice show, and it's like amazing what she does. Like you guys are so busy, and I see her all over the place too, being so busy. But I had a great time.
You know what? The only way things happen, and I'm sure you're busy too.
Yeah.
Yes.
You can't take that away from you. When you just said 3, 4 in the morning, that's her biggest complaint. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? And she'll come walking in, half asleep, and I'm like doing something for any one of the 4 shows.
Yeah.
You know, because I deliver the 48 discs.
You've got to be busy. You're,
You gotta be. You got
You're
a
running-
restaurant.
You're running a restaurant.
Yeah.
You're running a magazine.
Are
And
you
then
open 7
you
days
do
a
this-
week?
No,
So-
actually, no, we're not. We only open 3 days a week right now.
Yeah, not yet.
Friday, Saturday, and Sundays. And those are the best days right now because we've only been open for a month and 3 weeks so far. So we're testing out the waters
Nice.
for Friday, Saturday, and Sundays and see how it works. And we'll be doing a lot more things. Yeah, because not only flavors is food, entertainment.
What kind of entertainment?
We have stars or entrepreneurs coming out singing,
That's nice.
rapping,
Yeah.
and poetry. They do a lot of poetry too.
Well, you can
So-
expect the Scrooge group there because of your kindness
hope
to us.
so.
And we'll do like a
That'd be
Sunday afternoon
great.
performance for them.
Oh, that
We're
is
very lucky.
so
We got so many things coming
great.
up with Scrooge.
Okay.
So many nursing homes. We do that actually not just for the elderly people. What we do for that is basically it's our dress rehearsals. Then we got the big Bethpage Restoration Theater. That comes up, and then we do a lot of days on that. And there's a handful of other things too coming up. The VA and the town of Babylon is having us institute a quote-unquote Dickens type festival.
Nice.
And so we'll be working with you. We'll be in Staten Island
That's
on
cool.
that. That's for sure.
And that's awesome. I can't wait to have you guys out there.
Yeah,
And-
it'll be great.
Yes,
What I can't believe is we're just about out of time.
We're just about out of time
Oh
with
my
this
gosh.
episode. But I tell you what, everybody, stick around. This is an hour-long episode, though. If you're watching us on Channel 20, as I always like to remind everybody, then this episode, you'll see the continuation next week. And at the end of this episode, I like to always thank my beautiful wife, Michelle, because she keeps me sane. And I want to thank
do
my
my
guests,
best.
and Jeanette and Aisha. But you will be back in a minute talking about, so you're
Fashion.
watching us on Madhouse, of course. They'll be back in a minute talking about fashion, and that's important.
Yes.
And, of course, Naisha will be modeling for us. Growl. And then finally, there's that eclectic bunch of friends that I absolutely call family. And from Janine Zerilli to Vicki Mealy to Tommy Marr, the iconic gentleman who brings music to this station, to Tom Mealy, who, in my opinion, is one of the greatest guys that really know how to pull his stuff together. I thank all of you. Without us, the Filmmaker Show cannot be here on Madhouse TV or on Channel 20. And coming soon to Channel 34. You make it in New York City, baby. You can make it anywhere. We'll see you. Stick around for another show. If not, we'll see you next week.
Good night, everybody.
Hi, I'm Jerry Parisi. Join Tom Mealy and Tommy Marr right here on Cablevision Channel 20 each week for an interesting episode of The Long Island View.
I am Tommy Marr,
Otherwise known as the Maverick Soul.
and I am live in the Madhouse.
For my show, Maverick Soul Hour.
Come and join us. It's the place to be.
Right here on Madhouse TV, Sunday nights at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And we will put you out to the entire world.
You got that right.
Finally, the time has come. You no longer have to choose between conventional medicine and alternative medicine. Today, unlike years past, your team of doctors from all disciplines are working together side by side for the benefit of you, the patient, to help you regain your health and cross the bridge.
Watch Legal Straight Talk right here on Long Island Public Access Channel 20.
Why are you playing with your toys?
I watching Madhousetv.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Filmmaker Show. This is the part 2 of the episode that just ran here on Madhouse TV. And, of course, if you're watching this on 20, that was last week. But we got our guest back again, and that would be Miss Nyasha Mitchell. I'm sorry for the tongue twisting there. And, of course, Anjanette Pinkston. And we were talking earlier about the Sky magazine, not to be confused with Big Sky, the TV series, or Under the Big Sky, the other TV series. Or the
Or
sky's
anything
the
else
limit.
having to do with
the
Sky.
Sky Masterson, anything.
Sky TV.
One of the things that we were presented with, if you would just get that for me, Michelle, was in the last episode we were kind of surprised because joking around I had said to the ladies, well, when are we going to be on your magazine cover? And of course they created these for us, and that is Sky Magazine, and that is the Scrooge issue, and that of course is the December issue with us on it. So we're kind of blessed to have two covers this year on that. We just keep plowing. But we also wanted to mention that while these are comps, they're not the real thing. It says here, from the madhouse to the playhouse. Oh.
Yes.
So you'll probably see on the real one the Madhouse logo, because Madhouse TV has a beautiful brand to it, and I'm proud to be associated with it. Just like I'm proud to be associated with my wife. Now, speaking of beautiful, I got to make up for a lot. 3 weeks of fighting is over. Alana, if you're watching,
Give her a lot. Ooh.
there you go. You design the dresses, and let me reintroduce everybody. Naisha Mitchell here is the daughter of Anjanette Pinkston, and they're practically twins, except separated only by a few years. Her daughter is, how old are you?
I was 26.
She's 26,
Yeah.
going on really like 18. And her mom here is 19.
Yes.
And that's a good thing because I'm only 12. Believe me, I'm only 12.
Oh
Michelle, who is only 15, will say that to me.
That's right.
And Vicky's only
There's-
not
there's
even
a
17
difference-
years old either. So
There's
let's
a
just go to
difference
the.
between chronological age and developmental age.
Oh my gosh.
And
That means I'm
I think
6.
12. I think 12 is right on the mark. A little prepubescent.
Oh my God.
I love my wife.
You love your life.
You know, is that where you think that the word life came from?
Yes.
Woman for life?
Yeah.
Life?
Yes. I love
That's
my
it.
wife. I love my life because don't mess with the wife. You'll keep your life.
Yeah,
True. Like that.
But wait,
really
Like that.
nice.
There
the
you
real
go.
word, the real word wife, I have a strange feeling is part of woman for life. Woman for life, wife.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where it came from.
And
So
also,
where did husband come from?
Used
Yeah.
and abused.
and also, you know, Adam and Eve. You know, God created Eve.
Oh,
for
don't even
Adam,
start with the
so
God stories. Here
I'm
we
just saying
go.
that, you know, men needed woman. You know.
That's right.
So, you know, a happy wife.
I want
Happy
to
life.
get this
That's
straight
right.
without
Yes.
upsetting
That's
three-quarters of the religious world. So here we go. We got God, Adam and Eve. Adam and Eve were husband and wife?
He created Eve out of Adam's.
Out of
rib.
bone from Adam's side.
Yes,
I
you
got
might
the
as well-
religion here.
You might as well say that.
That's why
that was
when
his
you
wife.
become
Let
one.
me ask you a question now. So when Adam and Eve had kids, what happened then? Cain and Abel. Where was the next girl? Oh.
Oh,
Okay, let's just shift gears
We're just talking
Okay.
husband and wife.
because
where's your credit
I
card?
want to.
Where's your credit card? Get him a shot.
What I
way.
want to shift gears to
Yeah.
is that Naisha is wearing this gorgeous dress.
Absolutely love it.
And this show
you.
topic is on fashion.
In Sky
And-
Magazine.
And what I just found out is that this gorgeous dress was designed and created by Naisha.
Yeah.
So I wanted to. I didn't know that you guys did that.
As you destroy the place.
I didn't know that you guys did that. And and what is that line called? Is it also called Sky?
It's
is it-
called Sky Fashions.
Nice.
When she actually came out with the name Sky Magazine, you know, we was like, oh, well, you know, let's bring out Sky Fashions.
You're very creative, the two of you.
Yeah,
I got to
very
say that about
good.
you.
And how does the woman from the West Coast fit in with what you're doing?
Not Sky Fashion.
Well, she's the creative advertising. She's in that department, the creative advertising department, Latrice Cantrell. And she basically deals with the computer work as far as making fan pages, keeping it involved with the community and with all the stars and entrepreneurs that's out there in
Do
California.
you have in these magazines California things? Because we did talk about Sky being coming from California, and it is also in New York.
Yes,
and
because Sean McDonald lives in California.
so he's in California.
Yes.
So Sean's in California. He's very good looking, by the way.
Yes, yes.
And I must say that the magazines are beautiful. So the reality is you have, I guess, dual ads. You have the California side ads,
Yes.
and the New York ads, and hopefully now as you come
Long
up,
Island.
the Long Island part's going to start coming through this year.
Yes.
So that's not interesting. You're coming to Long Island, and our shows are going to Channel 34 in New York City. What an interesting synergy that's going on.
Yes, it's going to be wonderful.
It's going to be a lot of work, too.
Yeah, it's okay.
We better
though.
make days 29 hours each day.
It's okay because, like I said, whatever we do, and with me being so busy, we always give 100% to everything that
You
we
do?
Yeah.
So you're like 400% ladies.
Yeah, because it doesn't stop.
So how does it work? You design.
Yes, we both come, collectively with our thoughts of how our dresses should look like, or our color theme, or how bright it should be, how dull it should be, or like the seasons and stuff like that. Like our theme is basically colorful. All of our dresses is very colorful.
Can you show us this by standing up?
Yes, sure.
Careful, sweetie.
Yes. You know.
That's beautiful.
What
Vicky's got
a
the camera
beautiful
right on
dress
you,
that is.
So just
Yeah.
model it a little bit. Show us what you got going on.
Beautiful.
I like the colors
And
in the scarf, and I like the way that that's just so beautifully orchestrated. It's really elegant, yet it's a party dress. It's a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And it's very comfortable. You know, it's not really tight. It's just fitting. So it's,
Yeah, but you happen to have a beautiful figure.
but it's for
Shape,
everybody.
figure, whatever.
It's
Yeah.
also for everybody.
I'm
you know,
glad
they come
because
in
I
different
wanted to
sizes,
buy one for
different-
myself.
You know,
I like red though.
you need to buy one for your wife.
What about me?
For real.
No, you need to
need
buy one for your wife.
I would
wife.
like that. Imagine you and I go out in dresses one night down in Huntington.
Oh my gosh.
I think that'd be like so
how about-
cool.
How about not?
But yeah, so we created this line for, it's different than anyone else's.
So where's the manufacturer?
We have a seamstress.
Yes, we
in
do have a
Staten Island.
seamstress. We come out with the drawing. We get it copywritten.
actually, we come up with the design. Naisha's the drawer.
Yes.
When we think of the design that we want, she puts it
Jots
down on
it down.
paper. Yeah.
Nice.
And
Yes.
we create that design. We give it to our seamstress, and she makes it for us.
And then
Yes.
where do you sell them? In the magazine?
In Staten Island and Lower Manhattan, because we're getting a place in Lower Manhattan.
Yes, we
That's
are.
pretty awesome.
Wow.
Near the village area, we get
Wow.
a store around
And
there.
I love Greenwich Village. You know how many times I wish, although I can't do it on Sundays because
Awesome.
I have a commitment that I try to take people to church. I know I'm not religious, but I do it. And I really wish many Sunday mornings I could wake up and say, come on, hon, let's go to the city and let's go to brunch somewhere. And I love that. Now the winter's coming again. It's like, oh,
I know,
it
right?
ain't going to happen again.
And I'm also in the magazine because I also
Oh, let's
create.
see. Bring it over.
I create swimsuit design also. So we,
Let's see.
well, here.
Oh, let me see if you can do that. Can you do this? Is it easy? Thanks. All right, so let's take a look. And so let's this cover of Sky Magazine has a gentleman by the name of Al Mack on the cover.
He's from the Troop.
He's-
Group.
He's from where?
Troop.
Troop.
The group. The singing group, R&B group.
Okay,
Yes.
the R&B group. Okay, I had to
Yes.
think of that for a moment.
Yes.
And where are you in here?
In the back,
Go a
you'll
little bit
see
farther.
me.
Go.
Keep going to the
Go.
back.
Go. Go. Yes.
Yes. That's my swimsuit line. And it's coming out like definitely next year. We're trying to push it.
But I really don't want to go crazy on this because I did go to art and design and we did go into fashion classes. And of
Yes.
course, though I went to advertising, I let the fashion people go with fashion. These are beautiful and I like the way they look. And these seem to be the type of a swimsuit line is very modest in a way. It doesn't. It's not out there.
No,
No,
it's
not
not.
out
It's
there.
very
Like-
different.
Like, do your butt cheeks stick out on the back of these? Or
yeah,
no?
it's kind of. It's it shows a little cheek,
Little cheek,
but it's
okay.
not overly exposed. There's some like in the black and white swimsuit
Yeah.
with her
Oh, I
thighs.
see.
The
Yeah.
back of it is a mesh, so you do see her booty a little bit, but
Yes.
it's very nice though.
I think that's a great idea. Actually, more people show more booty now than ever before.
Yes.
Yes.
And, it's just a strange amount of it showing, which is fine by me, totally. And I don't know if you know this, but everywhere in New York City, you can be topless as a girl.
I know.
And it's true.
Thanks to Naked Cowboy.
No, it's not that. What happened
think
was,
so?
no, I'm going to tell you the story. I know the lawyers involved in it.
Okay.
What had happened years ago, there was a Coast Guard boat, and a woman lawyer and 2 men lawyer were on the boat. This is the story that was told to me. And she went topless, and a Coast Guard cutter pulled them over and gave her a fine. But they pulled over the wrong people because they were they fought. And it went all the way to the Supreme Court, and it was based on the fact that if a guy can be without a top, a girl shouldn't have a top. And what judge was going to turn that down? I was like, no problem, ladies. You can be anywhere. A park, a beach.
Wow.
Now, the reality is most people can't do it. Although the last time we saw somebody in Huntington Village, remember that? About a year ago, it was Gay Pride Day. Wow. And girls were walking around topless. Of course, I almost crashed, and Michelle almost beat me up. It always happens that way. But the reality is that's what you can do here in New York. And
Wow.
And speaking of which, you know, it's a whole mindset here. I come from art and design. I have a wonderful friend named Vincent, and he does beautiful work, beautiful drawings. And on Facebook, I guess he posted some of it. And, of course, Facebook, going with the generalization of the population, they were unhappy about that. And they, I guess they told him it had to either come down or something had to be done. I don't know the whole logistics. But I did write this. And I was very proud of myself, and I normally never chime in. I said to him, Vince, keep doing what you're doing. It's fashion. Don't let any of the people who are backward thinkers, dated thinkers, people that were raised in some sort of a family not to be just themselves, or any sort of religious background that keeps you
Bottled up.
Bundled up is a good way of looking at it. But I didn't use the words bundled up. I can't remember every single word. But the reality is I got a couple of hundred, because don't forget there's over 4,000 on mine alone, a couple of hundred people agreeing with this. Wow. I just don't understand. And on a movie set, it's like, hey, get naked. Just do what you got to do. You got 30 seconds to change. You think we're going to worry about dressing rooms and things? No way. No, there's not even enough time. But the reality is, and bring it back to your bathing suit line, it seems like a very good line. I think it's right now. I think that's exactly where it should be in terms of fashion.
Yes.
And I'm proud to say that I'd be very happy if my wife wore that. I really would.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh.
You know, so next year you could buy her one. You could buy a couple
for Christmas. You know,
I think
coming up.
I think that would be a great idea.
There you go.
Your Christmas magazines.
Christmas
clothing.
Yeah.
Why not? Belle should probably wear one of those. So anyway, so go on. What's some of your new things coming out, by the way?
We have like sparkling dresses coming out, a lot of glitter and
For the holidays.
For the holidays, yes.
Yes.
A lot of green, a lot of bright green or like a mix in it, and a lot of red too. Just like you said for the holidays, and for New Year's also we have a nice gold and black kind of glitter.
Oh, that's
going
nice.
on.
I like that.
Yes, it's a lot of things that's come out. So we're excited for launch this new idea, new design, new everything to the world.
Where'd you learn to design?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I've been drawing and doing things differently. I was a tomboy growing up, and my mom hated it. So when I turned, I think 13, that's when she put me in Barbizon in school, modeling
that's
in
not.
school.
I went to Barbizon too.
Yeah,
Good
so
for you.
yes, I graduated from Barbizon, and from there I just started doing things as far as like fashion, FIT and.
You went to FIT?
Yes.
Nice.
So
Yeah, I went to
studying
SVA,
there.
but that's
yes.
great.
And
Good for you.
just coming out of the box out of my head, I just seen everything out the box, and I'll look at fashion and I see something that can be 10 times better, or not to shame anybody else's idea.
No,
not
you
to
just
shame.
said it.
But I'm saying, things could be different, and it's all about creative mind,
I'm going to
So
give you a
think-
quote here from somebody. You tell me yes or no.
Okay.
1, the job of a creative is to A, break down the old, or that includes tradition. B, it's to open up a new mindset, okay? And C, is to advertise that and push forward with the next set of guns.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I say that very generalized, but that's
Yes.
exactly what we do.
Yeah.
I was taught in art and design from the first day. You take the old
And
you destroy it.
and
Get
you
rid of the
make it new.
traditions, too.
Yep, yep.
Because what you're doing in the terms of real advertising and in your world fashion
Mm-hmm.
and in anybody else's world that we work that same way is 1, brand awareness. 2, brand recognition. 3, brand loyalty. And once you get the optimum out of it, you start that practice over again. And I can't tell you how many people on this earth just don't get that. And creative people suffer.
It's nothing but facts.
It's true. Creative people suffer, except for me. Because really, I push the envelope, and I don't care who I hurt.
Mm-hmm.
But the reality is that creative people tend to be artistic, quiet. They're not that
Yeah,
really
they do.
out there person. So I'm
Yeah.
kind of lucky. I don't want to say the word blessed, but yeah, blessed, if you want to look at it that way.
Yeah, you are.
That I happen to have the salesman side of me in me, and then the creative side, and I can
Yes.
switch gears hard, and I have to do what I have to do to make it happen. I'm
Yeah.
very proud of you for breaking rules.
Yes.
Break
you know.
rules. Break rules. No, go break
Thank
more of
you.
them. Break
Awesome. Thank
more
you.
of them. That's the only way
That's
you
my
can
mom,
do.
though. You know, she pushed me growing up and seeing her. You know, she pushed me to become better also. You know, so and she's a single mom, and you know, me just watching her. You know, now she's married.
Well, now
but
she's married. You, now
growing
you're
up,
married. Mike is wonderful.
yes, he
Your
is.
husband's a wonderful
now,
man.
Now she's married, but growing up to see her from a child till you know later on during my teenage years, is seeing how strong she is as a woman and how independent that's how I am.
I got news for you. There's not stronger than New York City's detectives. In
Right.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
That's the biggest police.
That's
That
so
is the
true.
biggest police force on the earth.
Yes, yes.
If I'm not mistaken, 39,000 policemen.
Yes,
In
approximately.
5 boroughs.
Yes.
Yes.
39,000. That's the New York City Police Department. I was so
And-
proud of them on Woody Allen last week that I got to tell you, they held up 4 blocks of traffic. 4 blocks. Now, you know it goes into 4 blocks of
Of course.
traffic. How many
Yes.
police cars on each street? How many? And then, of course, the movie unit directly on the side.
Yes.
And they did that, too, on the Morgan Freeman movie I was on, too, this summer.
Oh, wow.
Same thing with the police chasing,
Yes.
everything. They have to block, they have to make it safe. And only one police department is that equipped with
to
unlimited.
do so.
That's right.
NYPD, yes.
And that is the New York City Police Department. I don't care what
And
anybody
I-
says. Suffolk County Police are great. Nassau County Police, very right. But when you come to 39,000 New York City policemen.
Can I say something real quick? And when
Please
you
do.
just brought that up, last year, 2 of my fellow officers, friends that I worked with, Officer Lou and Ramos, they were shot and killed in their car while sitting on
I
patrol.
remember this.
Yeah, they were my friends, and we all worked in the 84 precinct. But you know, they're the 2 most remarkable police officers that I've ever worked with. I mean, I worked with a lot of great officers
I
too,
bet.
but they were really nice, and they shouldn't have been murdered that way, because no one is a judge or a jury. No one,
Sure.
no one,
again yesterday.
no one should decide
Yeah.
to do that. And you just saw what happened yesterday with Officer Randall. You know, and that's
It's
awful.
sad.
That was
It's sad. I just don't get people could do that. I certainly, I can't do that. You know, I'm working on A Garden of Thorns, a movie by James R. Corey, and it's one of the independents I'm working on. I'm actually working on several independents at once, including Michelle, who'll be working on one of them with me. Casting director Donna
Wow.
McKenna got us. Yeah, she asked me if she'd be in that, and I was very happy to say sure.
Yeah,
But so a couple of independents we work on besides the majors, and I got to say that Our Garden of Thorns by James R. Corey is about the Holocaust and things that happened back then. And I just hear the stories that he tells me, and I just want to go off and cry. I just
Yes.
cannot deal with people who hurt people in such
Right.
ways.
right.
And it just continues
it's
to happen.
comfortable to
It
them.
doesn't end.
Yeah,
It doesn't.
They enjoy it, you know, and it's sad.
Go ahead, you were going to say something.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to break her monotony. But on the back of the Sky magazine with Sean McDonald, yeah, it's a dedication.
Oh, look at that. Speaking of a dedication to the police department,
Yeah.
there we go, the mighty New York City Police Department. So proud. There's no feeling like that when they come up on a set. There's something that just makes us all feel like, okay, now we're good.
Yeah.
You know, when you see the New York City Police Department arrive, and they don't just come in small, like one little thing here. You got traffic police, they come, they start blocking the streets. You got the police department trucks that start dropping off the, what do you call those big metal barriers, I guess?
Yeah, the barriers.
Barriers.
Yes.
And they start really, really jumping in. And really, a lot of the movies that I've been in this summer, blessed to be in so many, that the reality is you can't do it without them.
That's true.
You could not have car chases in the middle of Manhattan without that, you know? It's
That's
amazing.
so true.
And so tell me some more now. You got Sky Magazine, Flavors Restaurant, Channel 34, which we're on too, Michelle. Don't say that.
Fashion design.
Fashion design.
Yes.
This is like amazing. You've got so much time to do these things. You don't have so much time to do these things, I should really say, but yet you make them happen.
Yes.
What is your day like, both of you? What is an average day
Gosh.
like?
Oh man.
As soon as you wake up, you're busy.
Yeah.
Everything is
I have.
done within that day. I mean, like I said, we don't just give 50% of our time. We give 100. Everything that we do it, and we try to make it look really good, like the design that she's wearing.
Beautiful.
Like the magazine that we
Absolutely
created.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like,
And you said you also do a children's line?
yeah.
Yeah, I have
Tell us
two
about
babies of
that.
my own. I have
Hold on
you
a
know.
second. You're 8 years old. How'd you have 2 kids?
I have two babies, a boy and a girl, and they're everything to me.
That's great.
Waking up to them every day is like a blessing. So, you know, being pregnant with my daughter, we was driving, and I saw a lady that was covering her baby and a sheet and one of the carriers, the baby carriers, and she was covering the baby head with the sheet, and I was like, it's so hot outside. You know, how's the baby maintaining that? You know, it's so much heat within the sheet. Like, so I was like, Mom, you know, we should come out with Baby Vision Visor.
That's our name.
And that's our name.
Baby Vision Visor.
Baby Vision Visor. And it's basically a carrier with a visor that comes above the baby's head that covers, that shades them from the sun.
Yeah.
Instead of, you don't have to cover the babies
Baby
anymore
Vision,
with
I
the
love it.
sheets.
Baby Vision Visor.
You can shade them with their visor, with their own visor.
Real quick,
That's amazing.
Channel 34, New York City. And what time is your show on?
It comes on at 4 o'clock, ends at 6. So it's
And what
2 hours.
day?
And it's on Mondays.
Mondays. Isn't that funny? So's our show at 2 o'clock. Every Monday on Channel 20, we are at 2 o'clock.
Wow.
So that means you can go from Channel 20, switch over to Channel 34,
Yes.
and watch you guys, and you're on from 4 to 6.
Yes.
That's a long show, a 2-hour show.
Yeah.
But you got a lot going on, so I can understand. And we too will be on Channel 34,
Yes,
just like
you
you
will be.
too will be entering the Long Island market with Sky Magazine. And with that, to enter any markets out on Long Island, Michelle, you want to give the thanks for us tonight?
Thanks to Jeannie Zarilli, Tommy Marr, Tom Mealy, and Vicki Mealy for all the work that you always do to make all of this possible.
Awesome.
Hang on a second. Yeah, you need to say, thank you, Anjanette Pinkston. Thank you, Naisha Mizzle. Thank you, Michelle Parisi. And then say, Tommy Marr, Janine Zarilli, Vicki Mealy, and Tom Mealy.
Well, that's what you get for catching me off guard.
Thanks, everybody. See you on the Filmmaker Show next week.
Bye.
Good night.